Afcon bi na si ya anka bofu be kasa o see ye bo Olympic Games power football na Argentina me came Morocco ball Argentina 2-1 na referee 50 minutes that so Mascherano Mbrante atike Morocco for say Ohene ha yam peneda oh there be the course on any fair there be any fair cry you better go football the Olympics chassier you know seminar bro media so of course editorial beba after editorial Emmanuel for Sopia betra stadium on Samno Brenya we di hunkomo we are Albright Kweku ansa enso atra stadium mem Samno Brenya any Thursday 25th day in the month of July in the year of our Lord 2024 Time Federation beba any football be di hunkomo onim say Ghana's team echo Davis Cup ya nyade ye chain ye qualify ba zone 3 any out of 6 countries Ghana defeat and they go back to zone 4. Yes, I go back to zone 4. Oh, Davis Cup mo. Yeah, same been crazy. Ni na come on pay. You have a deal with me so. Mantena trase a special hour ha in our face to cry no. Joel Shen so trase in Chambete Albright and San and Prince Ubiba Poko Brown so boy my djumedi Abrawo Collins na Marco Collins and so HWG live on Facebook and our face no Sinti Coaches Kellyans ka sempanyi na boy am djumedi Abrawo Judy Valley esitro egugana happygana.com until with me kind sports news ahodo no djumedi no so digital your X our happy sports and the query bohu stories ni na ewo mate makwa badwumede so na pay
bibi abako oji
odi na onu atwa ntwonwe dey na sinti cheni o atwa o
ka chero
ti jeni akola atwa eso wi a o market atwa o wi da
na breze you know
special Brenya
brano yeah
boys no
intention man. Really has attention. You ready? Has to move.
Chia dia se be come my
oh, me chia no rather against them for. But me do no kwan no na me nya call for as me sign. Ti akra me mo ache. Wo ya dia ahomache no. We who an say ofro. Ofro say ball 3 I know I started from. What sorry?
Is ya ko
yes. Ofro to see ah. Wo ya dia. Akra ya dia mu. Wo ya dia because oyene tell we to me say me ankasa no me pagyamu an edin. Bible one say wo be fro saa say messages ne bana just wa sorry da. Iti akra no pay ye chia wo. Ohene Bampoe Brenya se me kan cho se ye chia wo. E wo kwai so nkoso kra.
Anyways, you better adwumadi no. So on say net Thursday editorial.
Yeah.
Nti dem dika gidi bebremo di.
Oh remember on. Na ade na e chekoko na ama no.
Aba. Bere nyum no baji tata na wi ayahye. Wi na kom na ba. Akom ne ba wi a na yakom wi a.
Okay.
Na ya pe bi edi eti beto.
Jowo. Our pa bema.
Anyways, mba yenti we na yento aso na Jowo bi mame.
Our pa bema lem so go so our pa.
Nya de obema de wo ho a bema kwa our pa. Bema memma mosiso. Me tumufu. Yes, kwa pa. Oh, nkan wa expiring date achew. Yes, yeah musa no
ku ansamo.
That be Albright crache no. Yeah musa no mini jude mo, ajele bi mo.
Gen Z generation.
Yes, bema de. Usiso a ese kwa our pa ese a ho be kire pa. Ese kwa our pa na ho kire a ase to me first. Oh, ase yes we had 20,000 a year, 100,000 Ghana. Oh, yes.
Futu bi anya papa.
Futu bi ayi.
Obama de wo ese kwa our pa o. Yes, it na ase wa for so. Yes, enwumu ma e den. Mini ska on to the 100,000 na fasuna me ba no na ne ho ntoro ne se na ba me na nanom me na na so ho botom
and say mo wie ya o ende mo ngie bedroom house bi wo ha na mo hye mo bra
na baby I am from me boss call ni colleague bi aware bi na ye wie ya na eye oba ne papa so me my apartment ba ku wo eye cantonment me nje from bra o ya no ten hwe baby am tufu kwa wa pa tibama de our pa na yese okọ
yes so man fa so say etulu bi asumdwe hia
asumdwe no
maka wi ya
ono so
asumdwe hia
skandal asumdwe
asumdwe no
yento jumedi ni so na pe menama enye boni bi na medinam na asembi enihia se menum idi hunkomo na ye kira adwene ho na de abani onim se ncheye na Ghana Premier League midweek because so de menu ka say out you for menim de be o madwene mu menim de na o medie menim de na ekoso o mo abrabo mu on place say omuntu omuka entinya dia match na omni de dunes bebo de wo no ombeba kre press no Anthony up na nipa da senin fa dwene se wo de kai for medicine for teacher for eba be gira bo no mu abo na match ne eba wiye no in fact match ko amawiye na nyina line say nipa omobo no omunye RTU players indeed players say what go no na wada ultimately tini pao na semna kwa ma enra efe no the rulings mienu abetudwa bako on club no suni omoban a omodane di on the match day ana bako on protester Dreams FC officials etia out to you even before ebe she match no ede as if say omo say enye players na wo muni mo no na abegine mo no na ruling me no ibaye my kind rulings na there's still more questions than answers. And in my humble opinion, the Ghana Football Association must say a huge opportunity to clean our football and set our football on a path of professionalism and on the path of growth. Ya messy opportunity abema wiase nyina hu se Ghana football de omonam kwampa so de etumpon adentina mekasa nowhere in these two rulings tiemiye pawo nowhere in these two rulings And the outcome, no, prevented this same situation from happening. Because say RTU, officials of RTU, ever players someone registered ever ball. Now say in your ruling, what fine RTU 100,000. Abane officials are in fact names say who basically technical team members. Abane 1 year. But what team and pay? Does that resolve the issues of clubs not having the financial muscle to pay their players? Oh no, catch me. Because the root cause of all of this is RTU's inability to pay their players. And say we have missed an opportunity. In any civilized jurisdiction, any serious country, Adewe will set reforms. Because players never boy, no, sanka RTU tiom players car, and ka players nenka say match no more ma. So in effect, what we have is a non-competitive league because based on the course, when they say RTU's matches are mabu be down, no competitive. Because the players were not paid. The players were hungry. And there was no standard, there was no, when they beside one BB, we've missed opportunity. And finding the club 100,000 and banning officials will not solve the problem. Again, when we say league season biano, your total number of matches are yabo. Team goals are share. General stats of the league, what's I'm making. Now check it out. Match ended 8-1 in favor of Dreams. Player no share a year out to match no, out to go no, on your registered player of the Ghana Football Association. In fact, or an imposter. And in your normal team and pay, sa go no, you because by the ruling of the FA, don't say the resource will stand. They are telling us that the 8-1 will stand. Dreams FC be 3 points. Indeed, almost have further at you 3 points. 80 Dreams 8 goals will stand because player back share 5. Ajin bought share 5. Number 2, player now no. Be share out you go. What will happen to that goal? We are making a mockery of ourselves. Because team now, this little boy no only RTU. There's no way you can define them to be RTU because the 11 players on the field of play were not RTU players. In fact, they were not registered players of RTU. And yes, they be RTU players. How many RTU contract? Let us get a distinction. Rashid Noti was a player of Kotoko. Kotoko did not register him for the season. And it is a Rashid Notikomboa or an unregistered player of Kotoko. But guess what? Ni contract to FO as a player under contract at Kotoko. And you Kotoko or an unregistered player playing for Kotoko. But where any the CEO for complete strangers and your baku 11 plus reserves. So you cannot, in your right senses, as a legal person, what your sort can convince me that the result of that game should stand. With the greatest of respect, and Tosumu. It do not make sense to even a first-year degree law student. It do not make sense to any ordinary person, the uninitiated. It do not make sense today. It will not make sense tomorrow. If it is a one player, then you can tell me that that player will be suspended or whatever it is that the result should stand. But the entire team are strangers. How can you convince any sane person say the results of that game should stand? You see, when my bonny bias as a bonny bian to hold, because when you create chaos, when you set a bad precedent, it will lead to bad precedent and to eventually lead to chaos. The proper and fit thing to do is to annul that result and go into the status and find forfeiture. That was what happened in the case of RTU and Olympics. RTU failed to show up. So 3 points went to Olympics, 3 goals went to them. The people that play that game and the RTU play, so that game should be a forfeiture. Men can't just say results in standing. I'm asking you, say, some player and go out you go, who will you carry that go to? If they are able to answer that question today, the results should stand. Are you going to add that goal to the general goal scored in the season? They should tell us. You see, I don't want to even stretch the argument. Because Matisse said, because Ejidun Batisha 5, and say, yeah, the 5 goes there, I stand it. Me, I don't want to go into that speculation. Even though it's a very intelligent assumption to make. Anybody who will make that assumption is not wrong. But why would you struggle to find laws and find reasons to make this bad result stand? Because it benefits somebody. What do I say? Yeah, per reasons I'm understanding because a benefit will be. But I'm saying that I don't want to make that argument. My argument is that it doesn't make sense. Are we saying that tomorrow, strangers can wear Kotoko, just say, I come and play for Kotoko, and the results will stand? Is that the precedent we are setting? That tomorrow, Kotoko has complete 11 strangers, but that's Jesse, and it has a ball. Now has a show 20. They are telling me that results will stand. We've got to be kidding ourselves. Yeah, dear grow. We are joking as a country. Say, fee say, bo papa ne yokruma. We are complete. We are joking. Yeah, dear grow. And let me show my displeasure. You see, me, I have never believed in that Oseko Kojo Esquire committee. I have never believed in them. I have never believed in them. Because rulings be I have sat in this studio and even questioned. Look. Lawyers for Timidi statute, wrong statute, ruling. Wrong statute. Me, I have never believed in that committee. Because once too many rulings be unity. I'm saying, say, 2 questions. Answer, the result should stand. Akwa should go even say. Adabo go. If that goal can, why am I going back at it? And yet, that should go. March no Ambobi, only ho. Who are you going to can I go to? You find on chain. Are we saying by this ruling that a Chinabi Kotoko for strangers, SJC, no has but now has some 20? Are we saying, as people of reason and conscience, that results will stand? We are a complete joke and embarrassment. A complete joke and embarrassment. In no civilized jurisdiction would this happen. That game ought to be annulled. If you say any out you for the ball, no. pure and simple way. You see, they have happened to say, idea way, you don't need Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And I've been reading the ruling carefully. And Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You see, we cannot continue to do this to ourselves. Because you're football near sports and baby and I'm baby econo. I say now by fate or by design, BBC Nema Yakunya to reset our footballer. We missed the opportunity. Completely. And because maybe a person football drone, that game is an embarrassment enough. Game na koso de uno, embarrassing enough. That even yeah, ti radio suit say how to play them ball, infinite tra ball with strangers, complete imposters. Ya nyamu hwe. And you also find club 100,000. But you are then AC. We go back to factory setting. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. And that's my disappointment. That is my genuine disappointment. Yeah, the editorial no see mancheno ha omamshi ene to say akomo entinko no yaba ni pedumu anesa ai ni yenje special tata no fa awon nsem no embre
special one on zana bo wa kwa pass mama me
I pass mama
meeting there be nka say me da futu bi heba special pass
na the auditor si utilize
maybe that's without to jira mu ase so kwa wa na wa say
all the tools in utilize
me kura ba modin
Bible say out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speak one thing
ya sha kuma mu ma no
yes ba wo de
and as a man thinketh so is he.
Now, and I say, oh, I'm pay me home now. So, J.O. I'm pay and Sadania into all the 100,000 now the for papa proclaim
a foot of engine is own to them for some special one I say. Oh, the man in seminal ebe. Oh, bra.
Right, bra. Nah, you see, na ya jelebi birthday.
Oh, nida ko.
Your friends nida ko.
A jelebi nida ko.
Ayo.
Nida ko ankra.
Oh,
jelebi birthday.
Happy FM, team Happy FM.
You lady. Go report me call club. My share there. You lady.
Asimi na beka.
Oji bi eri kiba.
Asimi na beka na no pay.
Oji
champion goalkeeper. Omame na man kwa man am bobo. Na kaya blaster yesu say we here goalkeeper.
Let us be serious.
Oh, I think top goalkeeper.
Be serious.
Top goalkeeper.
Be serious. You na break one.
Ade na mon kasa hazard.
Oh, do the such a she say na ajelebi ejina we bie ne sem no.
So the plaster.
That Africa for demonstrators.
That's why. Let us be serious. Why? Let us be serious. When you're serious about crawling life, you need to be.
I don't pay picture of the day.
Wait, picture of the day.
I don't know if
Ohene Prince. Obi Prince. Obibani Brenya. Also about something special now about Betty.
Yes,
happy birthday to you.
I will go keep follow.
Man, try celebrate next time.
Yeah, but happy birthday.
And the Obi and the birthday now.
I Nyamisha no more why.
It's fine.
I know yes. I know yeah bogo. Me na say Ebrasa society na se na go focus when someone wa e dia de cheche no yebo body na fe yetimi e de ma me wramu on samba akumie no na fe me wramu e voices obi ba pokwa bra adawoma edu sa pepe so ya woni so one hyehyɛ sa ne ma no ma ne nyina etimi kɔ kama na Napoli ene eyetima ye frɛ no eye Everton no omo atimi agree wa Brenya ye frɛ no Listrom e ho sɛ impo 3 million euros nemom omo che sɛ add-ons no so a etimi kɔ 22 million euro say ebetimi apiem a no the latest etimi eba memfa nkoko piem US Manchester United so ewo ho na nei ora I friend Eric Ten Hag wono yesi pressure better ne so papa ni nyina ne say okwa kopiem no abrante baako a ese nkodo mo ko ana say the full backs no abrante a friend Dalot oni ho afa abrante so a friend Luke Shaw ono so eni Tawela Malaysia yebo register na no so ono eso enim na baako pa do mo ko one Bisaka na one Bisaka ikura na omchem je say ahwe ometia tona ma West Ham anase empono obetimi akwa kopiem o Saudi Pro League no eti te say the supporters of Manchester United say omo the pressure ko papa your friend everything else so say ono empe left back anase right backs mienu etimi emra esa say show na kasa no omo see the plan no one share that we cover fully Premier League no omo ba boba den Diego Dalot yes supporters ni share that ni gidie wo mo na Tawel Malaysia crowd anyade a omo preposo omo team no mo e Manchester na so no pacho Rasmus Højlund ene dia ekoba ne say omo change ni jersey no from 11 to 9 eti omo man number 9 jersey e ho ma the latest omo announcing officially e omo training grounds say there Abranche Rasmus Højlund no anyade obehye number 11 jersey bi omo behye 9 eti ya minya ele say Joshua Zexi na oba no 11 jersey no omo plan e dey amasa Abranche so betia hye eno ya Manchester hyehyɛ ya wo mo atimi e dey bra eno America sa se boy boso na wotie say Liverpool ese ekwan bia so no say omutimi Abranche na Brenya no etra se rumor de ni edinaji Trent nyade omama na ko ba bia na mpacho enne ensamfofo na eba no echemu chese Brenya ne still yesin komo a wodi won che da catch omo officially eno omo de to nanim se omo be ma no bumper offer se ni sika a woje no kra no wo betimi atum a empo no mbechemu mienu no omo de ba kwa ka ho ewo ehon so still Brenya ne na so ne na fofo edi komo se otimi ewura eno ye nsema ekoso na tie me pacho Enzo Maresca ewo Chelsea wono na yetrene ana Brenya Enzo Fernandez say nsem ye bene na mframami baba na ye na gye se kwan bia so person defend ya Brenya no say dey be prevent ne dressing room say empo agofa saga bia ma na nefofo de abetum kra ne say Brenya ne video na o show no enya de ana wa dwumponi bia wo mu say o de kire say wiase enhwe no mo fa kwan boni so ntisi wiase amana say enye nsamu kasa no yenkontia eye omanya e frɛ no eye France nemom ani gyamro so na ma Brenya yes enti woma politi so na fe omo etwetwe tonto wo na no wose omunya sa ne manesa sa Brenya no enya de e woni team se empo no waye na jo se sa video no nkode koye ade boni bia e wo ho eno eche no sa de beto so se Brenya no be piem wo US no be ka team no wa enya de a ede asafofo bia be ba wose dressing room e ho ye calm fofa na mo ne ade ni nyina no wo mo no ma di nkomo na mo wetini obi di nkomo no politi ko na so na dwere mo de wonim de hyem a eno ye the latest etimi eba menko Arsenal ahomachi omo etimi ene Bournemouth bon eye empono friendly game e ho na kopie na jeso match eye Bournemouth eye team no asha omo 5-4 on penalties eye 1-1 e wo hodom na eno na koba se omo wie no crossem ne se won coach eche se dia omo ye na good exercise e wo hodom pass omo ye se adwuma na Mikel Arteta e de nsem e ka atudwa se team no de omo ye no na ni je ho.
Today with so many young players, most of them making their debuts for us. Really pleased to see them looking at their faces and the energy that they had before the game and understanding they were going to be in both right. And the senior players, I think they had a good game. It was a really competitive match as we expect against Bournemouth. That they are a little bit ahead of us in terms of the time that they have to prepare. Good competitive match with a lot of things to take forward.
Na eno wie no to so chese Arsenal transfers ahodo no yenim se Calafiori ene okwakoye medical so betia join Arsenal boboko no na enema koye na bibia sadia na chese oba beka Arsenal boboko no na efasa transfers ni ade no eno no so o che ne nsemu sei.
There is no update. As soon as we have something to say, we will be the first one to say. Obviously, you know that I don't like talking about any external players, but this is the situation at the moment. Players with potential move one way and the other is normal. We are in the moment in the market. What I really like at the players that we have with the level that they are, especially the commitment, like you can see today. Just talking about those two, the way they have performed.
Ano ayesewa etimi akosum ye sure say Ohene Brenya Fred Achimoni ade no sabro omani aye pepe sometime amo panimu ahwe hu striker so etimi eba se Calafiori beba so madam de minim ne se ene ne medicals beto aso na ye nwam na afa ye ko Manchester City enie me pacho KDB anasa Calvin De Bruyne branche ba ko a osina kan na ekoba ne se City bopon no jamudi a na chese goals no any passes no etimi ekwa anim ho pa na no mo se okọ Saudi Pro League nim owura a ye fe no eye Pep Guardiola akasa fa branche no kwa obekoso nko no ono ankasa enumuto enie eno aye Pep Guardiola on KGB.
I saw Spain, I saw it, and he was, I would say, playing the level. Really excited for this season. I love them a lot, and they proved for many years how good they are. So I don't know what's going to happen in the market, but the squad is long enough. If someone leaves, we are going to talk about that. Of course, until the last day, we have chances. I don't rule it out the option to have any new players, but if anyone leaves, I think 95% will have the same squad.
Na eno ayen samuwa me pacho Pep Guardiola etimi de tutwa efa Calvin De Bruyne ho na Pep nsensem no unim sa branch am friend Rodri o mo say for Ballon d'Or e ho nsensem no apapa na enei wakasa for branch no ono so abeka bi say branch no timi je Ballon d'Or no esan say wagidi say o hwe say de esiko na afe no wo mo a compete ni nyina no na J Cup e wo Europe eno sa da chen a the previous season no a ye de ba bewuram no o je Champions League enti onu de enti a eni kwa se Ballon d'Or no sa branch e friend Rodri no etimi enkoma no wakasa fa ho.
I saw Spain, I saw it, and he was, I would say, playing the level that he has playing for many, many years. His consistency is brutal. I think there are a few candidates, for the Ballon d'Or. Normally the winners for players of Real Madrid, and of course from Man City. In that case, I cannot deny how happy he would be. He could get it, but being in the race to be nominated to win the Ballon d'Or is fantastic. For him, of course, his family, friends, but of course for Man City, for the whole organization, and we're so proud of that.
We are in some Pep Guardiola etimi to twa na owie no no chem chese Manchester City kra no ni future no ete say ewo ehonom na eno so Manchester City future no o kire mu sei.
Really excited for this season is coming, so I'm really happy here. So like every season I need the break, I need it definitely, but after that I charge my batteries and I have the same energy like usual, and I know the competition is coming. I will be who we are, who I am, so, and I'm completely focused on that for respect for Federation, English Federation, especially for my club.
Eno ene samuwa etimi epie ya ho Pep Guardiola de tutwa for Manchester City na ye kono na ye free on ye nko Liverpool aso ya unim se free Manchester ne akọ Arsenal ne akọ City dia se ewremo Liverpool so na Ian Rush enso achemu achese ogidi ye pass and slot e won yema pie obetimi aye ama Liverpool ene won sensem ene and slot edwumadi obedi no Liverpool no enchemu enie.
Yeah, it's a big task. To replace Jurgen's always going to be difficult, but I'm happy now. I'm glad he didn't leave last year, because last year I worried me a bit, but Jurgen's had another year now. He's got some good players here. He's made another transmission in the new team. We've got a lot of young players, and we've got a decent team now, so I'm actually looking forward to it. The thing about him, he's creating chances, isn't he? You know, he's a big lad. He always gets beyond defenders, and I think he gets that confidence. I think he can be one hell of a player.
Eno ehonsam enso eno no na ye ko na fei yetibi ekopie mu ewo ensamfufo mu na mepacha ene wunim abrati aye fe no Jamian Difo edabe na wote ne ka ebre bi abesle kwa na opopo nya asep keto na adwuma no ye pa Tottenham Hotspur money ade no na ene wono na ye youth coach ewo ho na papa no chem chese ba bia aduro ne de ofi se watra youth so no so timi koye number 1 na ochese ene ni ema ope sese pa waje adwuma no ene se obeye number 1 baby. And no, Jamian Difo.
Of course, yeah, because like I said in that, I think when you've gone to a familiar place like Tottenham and you work with some experienced coaches like I've just mentioned, it's something I've always wanted to do anyway. You know, at the back end of my career, you know, when I was just finishing, I always wanted to go into management and like I said, do my badges and see where it takes me. Discussions, obviously, I was at the academy. You know, I was focused on, you know, doing my work in the academy with the coaches that I've just mentioned. But you understand, you know, at football clubs, you know, your managers have got their, I suppose, their staff and people that they've worked with before. Some experienced coaches have come into the building. Obviously, I'm still on my journey. You know, the coaches that have come in, obviously, I want to wish them all the best in that. But in terms of a discussion, you know, that opportunity weren't there. It's got to just weigh it all up, really. I've always wanted to be, obviously, a number 1. I think that's my sort of like the main objective. But I suppose, you know, in football, you never know what's around the corner. If there was an opportunity there for me to be an assistant somewhere, just to sort of like, again, learn and sort of like help my development as a coach, and so be it. But I think the main goal for me is to become a number 1 and become a manager somewhere.
Eno ene someone otimi ede to dwa na wunim se eno a ene na matches bi timi wewura mu ya na friendly Dortmund Bobby omone Serozo Osaka 3-2 ewo FC Cologne ene Swansea City 2-1 ewo Marcel FC Toulon Captain Sa wode mana watu asimo Jane St Paul mi team no wachi Lyon ene St Paul back to the Bundesliga intishane so sa team we 99-98 no mo amhwe football made in Germany no we no jemu de team ba ko am support pa no me pa cha o mo chi Lyon cho mo ka ba ko ma ti anya ho hwe na fe Aris Thessaloniki wo mo enso ene AZ Alkmaar no ekoye 2-1 ho a eno ye de ewura me ka cha say Arsenal eche Bournemouth already ono ene ne kwatipa ko ba ko no mo de penalty e shemu 5-4 Bournemouth etimi anko ne ebi betia to so mo Glabad ene Fortuna Sittard ene be po 11 p.m. 11 a.m. ya be na fe Basasque well Anosone Florida de Point Ayas and for Fortuna Satimi Okai Kotoko place the baby Abesleko Tona time no Omoko Hopa Benfica and Brentford and after Braga and so any Maccabi Petach Chelsea and then rest am no Omo Boya make say no 2-2 ho and no dey etimi APM na ohene we dey me bisa wa say na me bisa say top 50 most valuable and say sporting team what a bit to say Man City ni Manchester United no better to saying.
Oh, wait a say
sporting team football club
purely academic work, guesswork.
So what do we
a
need
lot of indices that goes into determining.
And then I'm say me person me ma uhunu kakra. Na wonim almost so me ye ni na football wonim say teams me no penalty be mu. Top 50 first 20 na Forbes na yes say adwuma no. Na first 20 no teams miensa City, of course, Real Madrid. Now, almost Real Madrid last year, they turned out to Kwane 1 billion. Now, almost a club or pay apart from player transfers.
Turnover, you mean? Turnover.
So we say auto player near the on the not to change. Quite fast to generate security about sponsorship near the Real Madrid, and quite turn out there almost 1 billion. And or the 10 for we are seeing our Forbes to now Manchester United. Oko Madrid ni sika 70 ni bibia mu omotete ti omoka sa sika ba nyina na no ye 6.7 billion eno munya euro. Oba Manchester United ono so nya 6.5 billion as a club of the 13th within Forbes san arrangement now we no. Then City at the 16th. Eti mo o say Manchester won form eti wonya sika bia free ba bia no. We Real Madrid the next football club.
The most valuable.
The most valuable near Chicago Dallas team no. Omo change a basketball teams no baseball teams no. O man dey there that's
American sport.
Yes. MLS no. And if you grow omo share leagues no so a chinamenya time ama leagues no and I feel so apart from leagues no ubia said the ubia si fair. Now you're saying about player crowd of values no said you see a choir. Now I am going to say MLS no. And then sa baseball money idea no. Sika no
MLS. Me say American
sports, football, American football,
baseball,
NFL,
NBA.
Yes.
American sports kaum. So
no just says come generative free.
So the franchise the model is different. Yes. The model of running sports in America is different.
Even the tickets you compare it to
it's coming for training up to
football match.
But I would love to read the reports and the indices you see for City.
Is it a turnover?
Yes,
value of the club.
Yes, and I know
value of the club. Omusika sama omunya sika pie. On say omo from angle say what do player or turn.
And any revenue.
Yes, and revenue. But when it comes to the value of the club, I don't know how Man City will be valuable than Arsenal. Bayern.
Okay, so it is possible. Do you know why? You're looking at salaries you pay individual players. Monies you bought auditor or basically completion is our bonus without to be generated free more.
And
Man City will be valuable than Arsenal because league Obenye's casting.
Yes, but
Champions will do all those things.
League Obenye's catching the difference between the winner and the first runner up is no more than 30 million.
So in valuation, even $1.
Yes, and
don't forget the reason why I offer equity sports washing is the city people will find a way of bringing in money from their own companies.
Instead of almost 16
so those
almost 16 sponsors, about 11 of them are associated with the ownership. Absolutely. But Obian concept no and Olympic Games now sana no when we say medical beka say footballers ni be complaining say no musi training enkwala no is taking out the creativity out of enkwala no asem we Leo Messi akabi Zinedine Zidane akabi Raheem Sterling enso akabi Raheem there we're taking up on himself ne ba no ono ma kwala no expressing hon take a video na already especially obehu akwa no senior
Raheem Sterling
ba
ono aye the bad coach.
Yes, o say omo pesa footballers ni de obi awo mini page ewo fienti
when your video number 1.
yes nti akwala na yes nti akwala na ye de konso esisi ono aye ne ta because ko training na pass and dash and I will yes. So anybody the opinion Koko and somebody say the open. And I know any way into Obi via video no and I crown on one casa
Sterling ba.
Yes, Raheem Sterling ba ketwa.
So on kola say
or miensa. Yes.
About 5.
Yes. Only about no miensa. Yes, and Raheem Sterling. And he always say Obiana who akwano ne 10 ni ye no. And yes, onsiabo bebo saying
they're interesting. In my lifetime I saw Alonso play football for Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, retire, and we coach I call unbeaten on the Bundesliga. Andrea Michel Mascherano only the Argentine team at the Olympics. Mascherano Michel no Liverpool, Barcelona. Already, SOT at the bench at the France. In fact, only cliche girl cliche as we are part of the technical team. We say,
modern.
If any kakao, if I'm not taking a homo, and then omo kuchia, a beer, dear pal. You're going to shoot Joel.
Obi, I'm not Argentina, any Morocco game, no. Where the kayakan
controversy
say AC Waha and Kabina headlines are Cassia
manufacturing headlines
and Omode May. na de bia maka say VAR use no omumbra CAF na CAF order refresher courses Emma European referees in nyina na omu senior because for a VAR review to take 2 hours and san it to me determine say a goal will be disallowed no one answer no be answer Argentina national anthem in English translation here mortals the sacred cry and san yebebo sa national anthem no game no ekoso Saint Etienne omuhuru Argentina for no France for no any Morocco for po de na more because sanko omo de bi omo say omo nya bi before but say no be say game na se no omo take yan tokwa ekoma kakra nam say na sanko grofo de nka mo say mo nya bi before de ba de be fa na sa se mutumi ekon entokwa emaye na enra the significance of baby aye ball no any senior obi yehu Morocco Argentina team no we can article way on Metropolitics wow person wunya read no me bo headline am say na be ya won so obetumi enya bi akan so the headline from black city to the slum city the importance of image in Saint Etienne enti baby aye ball no a predominantly black population utumi ekoho na dia ekoso internationally about Argentina for any nyoma omutwa afa black players no I knew said definitely the black community na no on responded and who read sa article ya maboni di ya ubetumi enya a better perspective on this issue from black city to the slum city the importance of image in Saint Etienne now we game no ya bo first half mo kwa shetu Argentina tebako in the 66th minute and ya bo ball na wie and a referee say additional time na additional time no ya dey say and to so a Bea obaya or the 15 minutes and the atoso. Yeah. Na yenche yes, the fourth official Frida Calland. Bea yenka Emma Etiefont say the additional minutes atoso and just a super pepe say referee pon. And Manu say minimum minutes I be bono 15. Into way yenka na Ghanaian fans and so enter Uko Stadium na referee the 4 atoso na obi go in the 5th minute na weja dabi ye pay the fourth official no be peja ade na they are all patre and say a minimum of 15 additional minutes will be played so within that 15 minutes anytime I be delay biano it is in the referee's discretion so be den obema ya boaka ho and I say yam wonka ho enti eno ene de ho but your boy 107 minutes which is 15 ade atoso no the 16 minutes and Argentina for no eteka no na senior equalizer no ba kra no un say we goalkeeper Morocco goalkeeper or elementary mistakes bi obi ya kan wan say goalkeeper who yes save punching to a danger zone between aye rebound no e de aba ena oye rebound na Christian Medina ordinity e ball no mu e ba ball no ekoto atena mu na Morocco for no ye take na no se da omonte ena o se aso omoto to nyoma e de den e de ba park no so the referee had to escort both teams to the dressing room so at the time the official score line by said 2-2 but then the Olympic Games website now 2-1 match interrupted so the interrupted VR review 2 hours after the game and VR edit the decision by said Christian Medina go offside now where then me be some say Intinanke Olympic Games final no a nka bende say Olympic because after 2 hours then I say team no oma ashawe we kra na ebi mo ye post match na dey. So I was asking myself that say Olympic Games final ena ya gbawie ena ebi Argentina share a late winner and omodi gold medal na to omo team and come review and so
be review no mayi
and this is a big indictment on officiating a football games na asha no a big indictment I say IOC and FIFA almost because I was just wondering that sequence now go no e no goalkeeper Munye Kaju a pulley ball no buy no Nicolas Otamendi and the kind a flick ball na ball no echo po and sign Christian Medina and then it's a ball na tum. So within that less than 40 seconds sequence na e buy no offside na no more take no there na referees no take it took them 2 hours.
Maybe because of the violence in the so it's not just Ebiana. So for instance, I am suspecting say the review a chair.
Yes, security.
It is just an announcement maybe a chair because another time now they've moved on to another game.
Yes, but
final was the Guinea versus the New Zealand game.
Yes.
So I'm not sure it is the review that kept long.
But
the circumstances surrounding the whole game.
And also but the reporters on the ground now. It seemed like the referees were still, the VAR officials, were still in the VAR room debating on it. And we, even though say the game, it was clear that now referee say no so favor Argentina. Officiating in the game in general towards Morocco was not good. And it also doesn't warrant the reaction of the fans.
Yeah.
Saying I have bought Olympic Games. A big stage like this now obi take almost 106 now yesisimu any ade omo toto enyoma eba park no that was so uncalled for except fans no so some penny for the etumi essential because so mo to bibi and a ball player bi e mani prior and kabana so fans then keke den asani parents then go obedemu there but say ye nyina no yesu say additional time doesn't mean that Sonia as a referee no upon.
So Jabrim.
Yeah, and what you see, Joe are here on the pitch. Maybe circumstances are surrounding and it affects the fact that you ball a game, especially in a biggest world celebrated at the
multi-sport event.
We are seeing now France as on my na ocean from say omu etimi ehuti at one team from time omu be wura pitch ne so to time omu bo ewie oti say amanfo e kasa but na me hwe from say edien na ekofa asade no by the kan say okoto say obi ena obi ya de bisa say enra edien ne si ya na say eda na etwa mu no edien ne si ya ema warranty enne de eba so no. Now, Enzo Assembly see you no. For me feel say FIFA and then organizers of these events. One more statement on that no. A man clear no. Still, me feel say France minor. Supporters na air game no. Still ewa kuma and I say adie ya omo ya ewo tournament ni mu. Enu nti na enra e warranty say
we nye French supporters, Moroccans and it is back no so.
Most of them.
They be Moroccan for and it is back of course. Almost you say I should go and you go. That's what brought about the disturbance.
But I'm saying special even before the game, the tension.
Yes.
Anything I know who Argentina for no.
Any the Morocco, Morocco be yes because
you are extending it say
yes.
Football authorities and show clear leadership in that process. Okay.
And me feel on minus still if it's
and Argentina for also France.
On mine if it's one FIFA na hebo nyina so and also that Olympics a biggest event in fact sports event we are seeing now organizers are mobile be proud to this we see Copa America we are seeing kasa and to some extent I had to say yimutia one more basa before muntimi nye clear statement say bia the way and answer here because nay say asemsi na ultimi ejaji chese bi a Joe anyade a the ono office asem na ekutia no still at least a TBB so eno na ekofa asade beyond that I say omo twen ya for some time na e masse de na Joe odi hu common but me feel say tension na ho no ene say de omo si hu ade no say prekope na nka e bia omo ba bonten e de sa judgment ne ba street a
you must also not know the Argentina for supporters to be or park no so
no what you say it is abra na me feel say the end decision na e ko en ne kwan so no but ade ba ko am hu ne say fans hu ne say eye ade ewiase nyina ehwe omo apart from the fact say eye bibia ko atia omo no ewiase nyina ehwe omo and the signal be true to wiase no so no bia enya Argentina fo nko a ene ye oman bibia bia wo France betimi atia one day obi so wade bia wo dwene fa ho ba se wo retaliate won yema wo say bia Argentina minim de be si de ba se Argentina emba park ene sa ne ma no na akire onyina tensions a apie no emwa game no ema ne ntimi ento so and I say for the fairness of the game no emwa supporters ne even team fans na omo ba stadium nti omo entoni down the SCA ne normal ehuro no aha sa de no nie eno em say the CCC na ebinye VR no the decision
I like the angle with the winner fa I like that angle that there's a bigger danger
yes
penifo am memoir because it's omo film omo ko so abo clear offside
yes omo to ye no said na sikoye
all right
let that man for join your Facebook omo hu de na ye kan na mo kwa na
offside rule no the ma game no be end 2-1 in favor of Morocco ni nyina all right maybe see na to jumedi so
Olympics on GoTV is for all of us. For every lift that ended in failure, for every basket that rebounded, for every goal that was just shy, and every stride that was a little too short until it wasn't.
That's the first gold medal.
This is for the gold in all of us. Get and stay connected to GoTV to witness Africa's athletes make history in the 2024 Paris Olympics live on Supersport and on the go with GoTV Stream. GoTV, love it.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
east, west, north, south, Obiama to
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Paga.
Let's go.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
all right I'm going to say me something Saibu in komo national treasurer ma Ghana Tennis Federation you know say Ghana's tennis team called Davis Cup Nigeria abere ya ne sa akokudin komo ahwe said Ghana fair in that competition. Something good morning.
Good morning to your wonderful listeners.
Please, how are you doing this morning?
I am doing fantastic. How are you two at the studio?
God has been kind. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you. I know you are flying out of Accra, but you've taken time to talk to us this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
When say Ghana team no call Davis Cup Abba, we didn't do too well. First of all, tell us about the preparations and what they call this Davis Cup. We're all set as Ghana Abba Zone 3, but how did the preparations go for this particular Davis Cup?
Well, so let me greet your wonderful listeners again, and I'll reintroduce myself. My name is Samson Saibu. I am the National Treasurer for Ghana Tennis Federation, and I was the leader for the delegation for the Davis Cup agenda for 2024 in Abuja. Yeah, so preparations. So normally, as we all know in Ghana, every national association is responsible for a certain sport, and GTF is also responsible for tennis. And Davis Cup is more like the World Cup of tennis. This year, Ghana embarked on the campaign to participate in the Group 3 of the Davis Cup. We qualified from Group 4 last year into Group 3, and Group 3 has, been something we've always dreamed to get into, and even go further to meet the Francophone era in the early 90s when they took Ghana to Zone 2. So, I mean, we prepared. We have some boys who are based in the U.S. We have about 3 guys in the name of Abraham Saba, Tete, and then Samuel Entry. And we also took a local junior player called Lamek Badebasi, whose father is the director of sport for the Winnipeg Sports College. Zone 3 is a very tough group. Everybody came well prepared. We also prepared as much as we could because we gave our foreign-based players so we have more time to participate in tournaments and also have trainings, before we embarked on that journey. We went to meet very tough opponents, and we did our best, put forward our best performance to represent the country. Unfortunately, there were, players there who were a little bit much better than our Ghana team, so we couldn't, unfortunately, make it to Zone 2, and that's where we are now.
After the African Games, your team anchor camp in term and prepare in term. Will you agree with me?
Are you referring to the African Games or?
I'm talking about post-African Games, preparations to this Davis Cup. Other countries prepared better than we did going to the Davis Cup.
Yes. So for Ghana, most of our good players are based in the U.S. I mean, normally, if you are going to stay in Ghana as a local player, you may not go anywhere. Ideally, you are supposed to bring back the players to come. But because we had just hosted the African Games and the boys were in Ghana, we rather gave them opportunities to have more tournaments played in the U.S. and other countries just to put them, in shape and keeping them fit. So that was the idea. So we didn't actually bring them back to Ghana locally to camp them for cost reasons.
Earlier on, you indicated as a competition war, Zone 3 a bit higher. Would you say Ghana, your level, no, Zone 4?
I wouldn't say that. When you go into every competition, whichever level you find yourself, you definitely, deserve to be there. Otherwise, you won't be there. I wouldn't say Ghana's level is Zone 4. I mean, we qualified to Zone 3, so that was the level we placed ourselves. We went to do our best, and unfortunately, I mean, every competition you go, you don't expect everybody to win. But, and this time was our time. Unfortunately, we couldn't win. So we are hoping that next year, when we go back to Zone 4, we will push ourselves further. I mean, we've learned some lessons from this tournament, and we'll come back, do our homework well, qualify ourselves back to Zone 3, and hopefully push ourselves even better to Zone 2, hopefully next year.
What lessons may you see, for instance, the African Games hosted in Ghana, and our performance at the African Games when we met the very best on the continent, and also this Davis Cup, lessons being a year free more. And in going forward, what are we going to do? Say the bear, you qualify for Zone 3, we will maintain our status or even qualify to Zone 2.
Well, the lessons learned. Number one key issue is we need government involvement. All the national associations lack, the support from government. If you look at the other countries we went to even compete with, I mean, they have funding from their various governments, which makes it easier because the more funding you have, the better prepared you will be when it comes to, motivating the players and giving them the infrastructure and the facilities and the tools they need to put themselves in shape. And that is what we lack in Ghana. So one of the lessons we learned was that even though we don't have government support, we have to push ourselves, further to be in contact with corporate Ghana to see what kind of sponsorship we may be getting or we could get, to put ourselves in shape to prepare better for next year.
All right. I'm sure when you come back, we will have an extensive discussions on our tennis team and plans to get our players play at the very, very top level. I followed the team at the African Games, sat through most of the games. It got to a point that I got a bit disappointed, but I also realized that the quality of the Egyptians, the South Africans, the quality of the Nigerians that came to the African Games were a bit higher than us. And to find measures some of that two in place to get our players playing at the highest level once again.
Absolutely. I mean, let me just put this across. We need, a systematic approach from our leadership. Because we have National Sports Authority, we have the Ministry of Sports, but it looks like every focus of Ministry of Sports and NSA is focused on one particular sport. But if you look at other countries, I mean, it's diversified. There's focus on every single sport, and every single sport that goes out there carrying the flag of Ghana is as equally important as any other sport that the focus is given to. So I just urge leadership that we should start focusing well and giving everybody equal opportunities in terms of the national associations, to do well and raise the flag of Ghana, everywhere we find ourselves.
That's very crucial and important. But is there plans to maximize the facility I see of Boteman, Ediamamo, 3 warm-up, courts, 1 center court? What are the plans for the facility from the Tennis Federation?
So that facility is directly under National Sports Authority, and by extension, the Federation should have access to it, to use it to host, for instance, even the Davis Cup that we just recently come back from. It's one of the facilities that Ghana Tennis Federation is earmarking to even start bidding for Davis Cup, Billie Jean Cup, and all the international tournaments, the other countries are hosting. So we are hoping that now that it's under the care of NSA, they will make it available to us to start using it.
Very well. Mr. Samson Shaibu, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you so much.
Samson Shaibu is treasurer at the Ghana Tennis Federation. And I'm saying anything come on. Last year, team no call. I think Kenya by no qualify for zone 3. Ambassador was studio high bob my bass when you didn't come on. And a circle relegation they call zone 4 back. Nanka pese baba zone 2. And so all right, Anyi Amfa team no asamba zone 4. Next year no me say how much me asamba a qualify by zone 3 bio.
Omo to omo na yi.
Nti omo ni Ivory Coast na call relegation am zone 4. Zone 4. All right. I'm enjoy that time for omo hansem no Brenya na me ma ene me akasa me nua Fred Tindan ending come for futsal league am chase no ye nti we na ento aso. Front of from the soon. All right, and side card audio my hansem no Brenya. All right, thank you.
Dano, ya catch him with Sessa from Nusu, Nasa Frichuano, and Nemana Sebi, and ya Akubi in the Yaku, Nemum, a Fisam, and an pay, ya Brano, Kejuapa, Yarababa Som Gano, Kratiasophobia as usual. Young fast that channel, and from my high sense, and an pay, men can't show says a ban electronic appliance there. Ghana had yet, or money Obia, Amy with Jimpe, said by the television set, refrigerator, chest freezer. Air conditioners ahodoɔ no yɛ boma mamo Bukom banku bɛse common one eka 17 chilling chili ahwe body yanko masɛyɛ ne yanko gene papa no gas cooker washing machine smartphone sound system infidie and bom say water dispenser microwave blender rice cooker kettle iron air fryer nyina oho ene yakwakwagye kai na hyɛ no nso sɛ yankrabata no Atwashite El Ghana and joining in German kind. Your East Legon, Achimota Mall, Keseman, North Industrial Area, Opera Square, Tutu, Dansoman, La Paz, Wessels Mall, Broadcasting, Kaswa, Bachona, Junction Mall, Tama Community 1, and 25 in your Bomu Horom out of Accra, saying that here, your Kumasi City Mall, Kumasi Edum Post Office, Kumasi Tafo, Mankesim, Takwa, Obuase, Koforia, Hoho, Sunyani, Techiman, and Tamalina, your Bomu Horom, Yan Frome, our 0302 550000. Me say Timubium 0302 550000. High sense or say everyday prices for everyday people. Yen sense I say
free the 13th African Games Cheguya our Ghana ha ekoye papa ama omaya hodono bo Ghana baso our kwanya sanyina so kwan fa so hosti event kama na enye fediagro and drop the local organizing committee etimi koshia omampani na na do danko akufado ene ni kodin komo na no na do sichemu se ohwe African Games na course na ekoye papa na ohwe oman kuma bi ti se Ghana na hosting over 13,000 people na omo bedi na omo be hye ene omo ko ene omo ba mu nyina na chese na enye ade a na da from kra.
Well, the 13th, is it? The 13th edition of the African Games, that they went very, very well. And the whole continent has felt enhanced and elevated by it. This very weekend, Musa Faki Mahamat, who's the president of the AU Commission, was talking about the Games. Yes, it's one of the things that he believes has happened recently that has done a lot to raise the image of the continent. So I have to thank all of you for your contribution and for your hard work and dedication to duty that has made it possible for these games to have come and gone. It's not easy. 13,000 people. And I said nothing. 13,000 people. To have to look after 13,000 people and manage them and see to it that they are comfortable, they're fed, they're bathed and nourished, and they're looked after. But you've done it. And it's a big kudos to our country. Ghana has benefited. Its image has been uplifted by the work that you do. So on my part too, I want to thank you very, very much.
Ene kakra nana ado dankwa Akufo-Addo president ede Ghana ede tuja honoma yebo na wonso wati bi honoma Dr. Ofosu Asare ene local organizing committee chairman ede ma the African Games chegu ye just recently no ononso ekasa kakra se ohwe facilities a Ghana enya ede free African Games no ma aboa ama sports development e wo man mu no ehuri ejina soro ye papa na no kwampa boa ama Ghana sisi a win a bid for an international athletics competition ebe baso 2026 enye fedi agro na no so ebetimi asan boa ama University of Sports for Development ye pese yensi Ghana no eno so ebetimi aboa ama Ghana sa dae so no etimi apemu.
It is that we were able to build at Boteman and also what we upgraded at Legon will be contributing towards the building of sports in our country. And as I speak to you, Mr. President, I'm happy to inform you that because of the facilities we upgraded at Legon, Ghana has won the bid to host the International Athletics Competition in 2026. We also want to thank you for the encouragement you gave us to ensure that the facilities we put up at Boteman will serve as the basis for the building or establishment for the establishment of the University of Sport for Development. And I've just been informed by my Honorable Minister that we have had executive approval for that. Mr. President, we look forward to ensuring that Ghana will benefit tremendously from this university, not only Ghana, but the entire sub-region and also Africa. I have every belief that it will be a unique one in the whole world, and that will be a legacy that you will leave behind. Mr. President, we are very grateful. We are
yanda se kakra na yanko Honorable Mustafa Yusuf for sports minister so ye na enche bia na nsembebre enanam Ghana nchoni ntwam se hotels ahodo a ye book ye for the African Games no omonsa enka omusikae eno na Honorable Mustafa Yusuf echemu se omatwa hotels ni bebre ka akabe 28 akase omudisika no ebe momo eho
for non-payment of their bills after the African Games. For the information, we engaged 44 hotels during the African Games. 44 hotels were engaged during the African and as we speak, only 28 of them, that's the ministry pool. The rest have all been paid through 100. So when I see the reports, over 48 hotels threatened the ministry for the sports because of non-payment of bills. The reports not accurate. Then the 28 that are left that way, all of them, we have paid them more than 40%. And as and when we receive funding, when you have budget doesn't mean that you have the money. As and when we get releases, the rest payment catered for. In fact, even last 2 weeks, some of the hotels were here to pay their checks. So the report is not accurate and it is not true. Full of the matter is what I've just indicated.
Enti Honorable Mustafa Yusuf says Sansen 7 and Ghana no de Rada Sema enye nokre hono to aso ekyeremo ye bisane say Norway scandal no krampa akoso no ministry no enim hu bia na no si ho. Zana man the ministry no enim hu bi but omo hwe so be sanitize the system no.
Agency National Paralympic Committee for and I said no more for investigation. Investigation also means say before I want to my sanitize these things going on, people impersonating, using people's name, using ministries, using agencies especially because all the ministry is a new sanitize.
And then kakra Honorable Mustafa Yusuf editu dwa yebo na wonso wati bi hono payo sera mahide enso akasa kakra edi afa multi-purpose na ho a enye fedi agro ochiremu se 2020 ho sign contract no na contract no share the nature of the contract na reimbursement form na che say ye discount kakra ma wa na o ma no assign edi kakra sa be abe pay so but o ma face 1 or 2 challenges bi eno ana ma project ahodo no a delay.
The 2 contract was signed sometime in 2020 and due to some challenge which has a background and we can tell background subsequently, the work was delayed, so we have had to do a variation because prices of things have changed, so we are in a process to complete the variation, so I prefer that we can wait for those processes to terminate and then we can put the real. We know that the nature of the contract is a reinvestment contract, so the contractors have done some work and then they will raise the certificates and will pay. I don't want to mention how much you have paid to the contractor, that will be very small. We're talking about the contract very soon. Variation has been approved by the Public Procurement Authority and then we can do those.
Okay, and then kakra Henam Hajide editu dwa horoma ye bo ediama Happy FM TFO nyina sisi amena woka say Andra KGL elanche on 4th edition of the U17 air tournament ebe koso pram na no and Dr. Randy Abe Andra na Ket Edwin Simeon Okreku eniho into the mpoba kakraka no eno and Randy Abe Eshendra no ochensemu chemu se enei o hwe eye dwumadi ebe koso na awas bebrebe and ebe koso hono players on be down ready e wa kwani asanyina so no menya kwanya enya awards ho.
Thanks to the continuous support of KGL Foundation, the following will be awarded. So this will be the prizes, the awards: top scorer, best player, best goalkeeper, and discovery of the tournament, in addition to the first, second, and third place teams. So we'll have the top scorer, an award for top scorer, best player, best goalkeeper, and discovery of the tournament. So there'll be 4 individual awards, in addition to the gold, silver, and the bronze.
Elene kakra Dr. Randiabe editu dwa ehon nisape ene KGL for simple man ono ene programs manager edema KGL eye jumako no na ono so kasa kakra se omo de ne se omo ba boa eye Ghana Football Association na talent ahodo ato apete Ghana nchoni ni ntwem no omo betimi afom na ye the next win appear ene mu nkone ba ehon.
And can say for the last 4 years, no, Boa GFA, no more unearthly talent across the country. So talent, no, GD say within the next few years, no, almost so bet me international level, I can win tournament. Those days, now it will be to say Daniel Lado. Stephen Apia, Omabo under 17. No more to me, Aye, Bibiama, Ghanaians, and Nije. Into yeah, investment I with the GF, you know, hope it said a bit to me, Abuana, just that crop of players, Omebua, projected the Ghana's name, another Ghanaian name on the international stage.
And then kakra ni sape editu dwa ya to aso ebisa ne se for over 4 years ni and omni GFA ekọ Benkrom ede sa adwumadie wawaso yi ehihye so $1 million and esika omni share sa adwumadie we mo na challenges ben and so far and I say omo face challenges bi ewo eye sa adwumadie we mo ana.
Don't say a coin to the untimi nka say there are no challenges. Challenges kakra wo ba eno nyina ye ne GFA edi nkomo. Ye be continue say be support ye per se ye hu more publicity we because tournament ye per so biate sena tournament no call and then get people from every corner of this country try say to me actual more talent because you said there are many people but nya platform say to me actual talent no initially you started and I club level but you said they be club level no and to me boy and dodo into a bit to me you say regional level competition into across the regions so we are getting the best crop of players on fair for bidi agora yenyina ebe say omo ya
and then kakra ni sape and so ede papreche ho edema ye bona so wati bi honom Ghana Premier League 2023-2024 season no eba na wie no FC Samatex 1996 and etini epeja bonso ano ede si omonan so onoma na ano hye papa endra omotimi ekohia the leadership of the Parliament of Ghana na ano hye papa na enumo na Richard Dia Nsenchire a na owner bankroller Edema Samatex 1996 Boboko no Edin Sembi to just say no ma bay Nedi kan omo de bonso no the floor of parliament na efempo no omo san sra mo se Africa de e kabo intino omo muom.
As we have qualified to represent Ghana in Africa, we said one, we want to come and seek your blessing by showing you the cup, and then to seek your blessing because over the years what we have realized is the teams that go to Africa lack financial support. They would have really done well or gone to the advanced stages. But unfortunately, finances has become a problem. And we are appealing to you, as we are even come to showcase the cup to you, that we are representing Ghana and we need your support, Mr. President, to make sure that we can excel in the CAF Championship. And that is why we are here.
Okay, and then some kaka Richard Dia Nsenchire and so edit to ja honoma share say corporate Ghana na ebetimi support Samatex 1996 na ometimi akọ the CAF Champions League nimo akote oman kron Ghana enim hono yeba sorry so but yeah sorry no had to folk etimi announce Samuel Amufa Bibiani Gold Stars former Liberty Professionals defender Samuel Amufa honoma ono so etimi abeka the center backs no ye se Kofi Agbeshima edika ka se ontimi entoaso emfa ma hat folk boboko no biomti no Samuel Amufa enso etimi abe join ye Mekaya Brante those days Liberty on Safo Mardini police ni no we kire ona na o hye papa ye hwe nim se obeba na fempo no wetimi abeboa hat folk boboko no be gira sansem we so na ye di efisem na si once again as that change and confirm my high sense or say everyday prices for everyday people. Happy sport.
Chemo, Charlie, you hold me down, and I'll forever be grateful. You know, say since you show me to soccer bet, I see grains. Talking of good cash outs, fast payouts, high odds, and total odds accumulation, bro. If they go on for this side, Charlie, that be high for day. I be you know that, bro. Soccer bet they do the most. Them my interface they catch me. Smooth navigation and easy access to all the sports games through any virtual games you choose. SoccerBet has all you need as a punter. High odds on pre-games, live games and interesting virtual games to instant virtual games as well. Don't be left out on all of this. It's a good thing you join the fun side. Make the right choice today and enjoy all the goodies that comes with betting with SoccerBet. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Botiano English a man from Peswa Sway. Happy on wheels, Keteke Casiano. Yadi Brewo. Bright, Nene, Municipal Chief Executive, Member of Parliament for Botiano English Amanfro, Honorable Sylvester Tete, NDC Parliamentary Candidate Felix Akwete Ni Oakley, any Atitru Fopia, one more Botiano English Amanfro Peswaso, Emedin Como, and Sembia de Wakuma Sono, Way Aya Quenya Kessia, Happy on Wheels, Yadi Ebrewo, Bomodia, Fahobra Jumadim, Esanse, and young Komotuanunqua, I said Yawa, Oba, wants to bet to me and Yabi, Brabeka Yahua, Yawada, 25th of July, 2024, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Las Vegas Leisure Center. I want New Botiano, Nemfa Happy on Wheels, and from Railway, Bra, Nianin Como, I from Punto, and then Kosomo, Bra, Niankan Samoa, a former Hu, Sajumadi, Pia anyone knew one free, Kayo, Sajumadi and Becoso, our forecourt of Las Vegas Leisure Center at New Botiano, our Botiano English Amanfro constituency, Yawada, 25th of July, 2024, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Be there, be heard. Happy on Wheels, your voice, your power. Happy FM, Nimdie, Happy FM, and Nijenkwa.
Happy FM 98.9.
Charlie, I stress. Oh, senior, what be the issue? Bro, another one caught happen again. I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up. Oh, Charlie, sorry, but wait, you don't get refund for your loss? Nah, bro, that thing's have the. You hear so before? Yeah, soccer bets they do. Them they call them soccer chance. Ah, Charlie, you sure? Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's full, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets. Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh. I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Darling.
Yes.
Ye bedidina meche Angel Cola. Me bread do. Obi fa Angel Cola drink. Na ni yonku eyi Angel Orange. Ana Angel Mango. Oseme sampe di obi eyi. Aka me dem.
Sese obi ape Angel soft drinks ni nyina bi.
Ai daddy, me say me penny ni na bi.
Sister, wo de mama Angel Peach, Angel Strawberry, and na Angel Cocktail. Actually, no my Angel Apple Lime.
What ye? Esa na fun ade. Me say Angel Cola any Angel Orange pe na menya. Afei na nka. It's also from wifey. For us chest no ebesi ha. Never Angel drinks ni nyina agum. Obi ankata na ni no woni. De won sabe so mo no no anom.
Ani, asamasa. En no ano no.
De bia sa na enya no. Angel Cola de asemba bo. Angel drinks ya. I don't call soft drinks beverages limited. And why? Who to do after one? 0244 83 22 86 and 050 78 78 668.
Angel drinks.
Taste like our day.
FDA agye de nkrato ya tum.
Botiano English Amanfro Peswaswe. Happy on Wheels Keteke Kasiano. Yadi Brewo. Bright, Nene, Municipal Chief Executive, Member of Parliament for Botiano English Amanfro, Honorable Sylvester Tete, NDC Parliamentary Candidate Felix Akwete Ni Oakley, any Atitru Fopia, one more Botiano English Amanfro Peswadaso, Emedin Como, and Sembia de Wakuma Sono, Way Aya Quenya Kessia, Happy on Wheels, Yadi Ebrewo, Bomodia, Fahobra Jumadim, Esanse, and young Komotuanunqua, I said Yawa, Oba, wants to bet to me and Yabi, Brabeka Yawada, 25th of July, 2024, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Las Vegas Leisure Center. I want New Botiano, Nemfa Happy on Wheels, and from Railway, Bra, Nianin Como, I from Punto, and then Kosomo, Bra, Niankan Samoa, a former Hu, Sajumadi, Pia anyone knew one free, Kayo, Sajumadi and Becoso, our forecourt of Las Vegas Leisure Center at New Botiano, our Botiano English Amanfro constituency, Yawada, 25th of July, 2024, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Be there, be heard. Happy on Wheels, your voice, your power. Happy FM, Nimdie, Happy FM, and Nijenkwa.
Happy FM 98.9.
Here to you, so Happy 98.9 FM. Menuka say yenche, but from the current affairs team, I'm the Happy on Wheels no. Bremo, B Brown, any team in no be Botiano English, a man from and I say, society. Like the minimum yeah, but yeah, no English. Wa no mudi insend me fee edi abewo. But yeah, me nua e fetindan e wa ha ba no e futsal committee na odi ma kotre omo na eko e Morocco amanfa yanko bi nso ho no afro no afro so hine oh ye pomo ma bo ya sema bo na ye kama omo sa ezu didi ba ye de o manka obi bi we dey be ndi feri omo se mbo so oh happy ye dem bako afi duwa omo didi ama e bi ndi Fred akwaba
ya Brenya mejoso
bibi e bako de
ya bibi bako so e
ya yom pressure as start bi won
pressure as start bi as start butu
legi ko say
Brenya maminchia wetie for league ne de last week and started na a lot of work went into it nti mamindika enchia memfa na se kesin fama the president of Ghana Football Association and his executive committee members amotimi ejepnie say yentwaso with our games. And then the Hearts working general secretary, Mr. Prosper, has said, in fact, I'm a boy, Dumapa. And Brenya said, okay, we are in this week, called week 2. And so far, so good. We share the standard of play of week 1 now.
Okay.
Now, we share teams like the set of output teams, exhibit here. In fact, Met Marker said this year league be one of the best league I ever home.
Now can was room.
I'm telling you because we share what we saw last year and what we have seen just week 1 now. I think you see in every competition, whether be in CAF, be in World Cup, say utne echina osha na ukase ude era o league especially full no in terms of futsal. Make Mark say Ghanaians and our teams share what went on at Morocco no teams no be Brenya aiden
okay but Facebook ubehu futsal league ekoso first week 1 final game no ena mo he no na yes mo
no just look at the branding.
No, the branding is solid. Oh, branding is solid. Solid. As why in the mini stadium.
Yeah, say futsal na kasa mini stadium. I say mini park. It has its own dimensions.
As a pitch with me, maybe.
Away.
Sakumono. Queensland. Wherever.
Eya Benho. It was Sprinters Astro. It was Sprinters Road quite so. We do American base. Washing Bill. Now I turn it on your right. Now I descend it down on your left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the best futsal, normal futsal size. Where there and say ubedu on our quadra max so where a normal futsal.
Let's say demarcated that.
The measurement dimensions, everything is for futsal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Brenya, we share what we saw in the match day 1 now. Make Makacho say the league this year will be a bad day. And
to where one of the Venus and as Hannah Bomb leagues now.
Yeah, it won't say we are developing. And so Oka say over giant venues, in terms of clubs, and compare our venues are a bad thing. So we send a proposal to the FA, and the FA agree. Say we'll select a venue. A game center. Then you bought all matches ever on. For last year, you born Oponglo. There's McDonald's small but realize it's a hormone any standard in terms of dimensions. And this year, yenya we ena yena moko kaya amoma penny ball league no or share pitch na Brenya, you yourself you can testify say everything the pitch no any be the size of your friend say futsal court, and in fact players na kasa edit to me say yes efina amoye dey amo because efina amo ball game no efe so na amo hu ade no because ushe last year na because of na pitch no enye size no na amo ball kakra then na amo afa amo hu edidim, but this year no we have also been able to introduce some of the things now also Morocco no in terms especially in terms of timeout. We have something we call timeout. The teams and I say coaches no a bit more afraid in a field of play, and I say during the play you have 1 minute timeout and also you are introducing, and then last year I say about 25 minutes for the first period or the first half, but this year we are playing 20 minutes including stops. What I say, whenever there is a stop, the referees will stop their time. But last year, the things we went up there in Morocco to see and then learn, we have introducing in the game.
Talking about introduction,
yeah.
One of the things I'm sure watching the Nations Cup, the way of play, strategies and tactics,
yeah.
But maybe we access to it. Then you born to the football na.
No, one say
how I think I'm learning from exposure. Yeah, she never quite yet ten come and you who say I didn't a different cry. Yeah, more say football.
Yeah,
more skill, more strategy, more structure.
Brenya, I think you're on point, but the fact is that. So bono ewo astro no so ne bo ewo chord na there are some slight difference. What I say now when you come to the technicalities in terms of coaching most of them they are reading ewo say any official training of the futsal coaching course Look, in Africa, it's only Angola that have gotten the CAF Lancisi, your friend is saying, coaching a year, category, I'm training and coaches. Ghana, we are getting there very soon. I believe the FA and then the technical head are placing others, and as I placing CAF or FIFA that they should come and train our coaches, which is on the pipeline, say it will come. You realize that this, like I said, this year play and the last year play, there's vast difference. Now the coaches have learned what went on at Morocco, and they have begun to introduce it because there are two systems in futsal. We have the diamond play and we have the wide play. I saw it in my day one. Most of the coaches were trying to use the diamond. I be more AUCY play. So it tells you that they have learned. Although your friend is saying courses no, but they have been able to read books, they have able to read futsal games in terms of other leagues, Spain, any major countries are your friend is saying futsal leagues. Our coaches have been able, some have been able to read, and they have introducing their your friends saying either the diamond play or the wide play to their teams, which is working. But we will get there. Okay. Gradually we will get there.
Once again, to our collective shame. Yeah, bought futsal or artificial turf. So we don't even blame me Mubebre.
Yeah.
But if it's like a cock, Morocco by idea, Nanka arrangement to have one proper quarter. It's a very much center. Why are we still playing on artificial pitches?
Brenya, you see, I must say Rome was not built
in a day.
Almighty Morocco the fossil powerhouse in Africa. Egypt. This was how they started. They started from the grass Astro, and they got to where they are. Even currently, even Morocco, Oko Amo facilities now, they have Astro 5-a-side, and they have the court 5-a-side. Until when they play on the your friends say Astro now, then they move to the court, because the advantage you have on the Astro is that when you play on the Astro, then you move to the court, you are fast on the court. Until what they do is they play more on the Astro and they move to the court. Yes, Brenya, you said it. We are developing. What I said. Look, Ubekaya, 1996, meaning at that time, if you follow Ghana footballer, I'm a ball 5-a-side at our stadium. Meaning say Okaya, and they use the premier clubs. Now, if we have started or continue, then Nakabana Nankewa Futsal Club, your friends a Futsal Court. But at then, if you know, I'm going to continue and I'm going to die. What I say? If they had continued that program, Nanka Bana Nankewa Futsal Court, I see baby, and I said individuals would have invested into the sport to create to construct Futsal Court. But am I yet? Until now, some individuals have developed interest in futsal, and some are preparing to construct the court. And open the FA is, trying very hard to make sure that Obenya Futsal Court in Pram for the national teams and then for the team. I know NCBA, they will come out. But I wouldn't want to go further. And let us start this gradually. Look, Nigeria started with this before they had their court. Your friend is saying Mauritania, as we speak, they also play on Astro. And we all qualify to.
Can I say the last time before the call Nations Cup? We had a conversation about the Baltimore Sports Complex, the multi-purpose hall. What was the outcome of the visit to the place?
Yes, the Baltimore Sports, Enye Futsal Court. Enye Futsal Court. The hard court, and I'm on the leather at the Atoso. So you can't play, and Futsal doesn't play on a hard court. It play on a soft surface. So all the players you damage them. You rather harm them. What I say on the Futsal court, so we court now. Who the wood ebetoso like the Cape Coast University one. Oh, I'm more about baby I could qualify. It's I'm more that is why they do it. And on a wood, but I'm on for carpet, I'm fan to so, but you can still play. Now, even in Morocco, most of their course now, apart from where we play the AFCON, your friend is say it's all wooden floors. Gradually. There are advices and suggestions of how to go. I believe that with time, things will change. Until for now, this is what we have. And I believe that.
And games in Ohene.
Game center. That's a game center.
This is mobile.
You're born on Saturdays.
Time by.
Yes, starting from Manapa. Then I could be in
Saturday, yes. You see me there live.
So it's unfortunate, but we can't also let the game to go.
No.
So we have to continue. While share apart from say any course, share senior players see. As a share, where team by Dakota Futsal Club and then Real Hearts Futsal Club. Share senior, he caught any branding no esitina. But Brenya one kasa you can testify. Say Bibia Kosi ewo Sprinters Astro Bachona Sprinters Road. And you see, God so being good, we have our own referees. Our own futsal referees trained by the Ghana Football Association. And we have one of them who is a FIFA futsal referee.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, we have a FIFA referee, FIFA futsal referee. And our problem now is the court.
Okay. But I say, Ferdinand, Mamenka say, when you say the Global Crusade, and then Chassier or the Bayer Sports Stadium, Chassier from 5 p.m. and Dr. W.F. Kumuyi did the Global Crusade Kumasi Bayer Sports Stadium. Every year, 30th July until Bian Fan Hunshim BA. Moi, Sebi Mo Yari, Namuhia, Ayaresa, Obahwa, Ayasano, Unsa Ebekan deliverance and a healing, salvation, and many miracles. So, Bia, Nasuntia Sem. Obi a demon possessing on the bar munina benya ya santim sewa muma ba sports stadium in the year in meka jumedino and to Villa Water Solutions say na you pension num nsu dokoro dia to Villa Water Solutions na meka for dia ma wo GB nanom e oda na akutiska ko to bi fe 0552 490684 nso no a e fi body mu die also pebinum ansa enjoyment kono wiase ina na angel cola your varieties ni bebre orange mango peach apple lime edo me pe mango ni pa if say come do no so boa we fu she me kama in kolanum empenifo no ye fast na kase ma adonko soft drinks beverages limited so de ye NG cola aba Mr. kolanum empenifo no onoma it is like our day open to affair on 0244832286 0507878668 any come so we do affair see actually we know the media so 0555 657 sorry 0555 657 0551 657 653916. So didn't be afraid for you.
Ohene Brenya Bampoe.
Udem.
Ohene Yabema Mo and Eduma Pa Ode so o my Ghana.
Midasi yanko.
Aha, me she bi wo afko mo woko no. Na me dia ya na ya me wo we ye nidi. Creative men who see burden ebe to Ghana for so be here o cry to me ye enti ye be say na so bi wa flower na so bi watermelon no what tima na sabi o obe ni dey this oba kra na
so be ya no fedwa
aha enti o ya no na ni mani mi ya no ifayin fofo mutuma bo anu se be boa ya na ya because be aduma be play no so aduma say ana wo boa so be timi abo Premier League na ga ya ma asofo Musa players maybe I don't know who say.
And you bad idea. So do you have every?
I never know.
Udem.
Me did the same one because I feel we don't call it from Catalansi.
Yanko.
Ohene. Ohia dream says to me, we tamale for my
out to you.
I wrote you match ya muko boya. Omudi punishment ya I wrote you ya. Net being says in a day, I see you boss how much now. Punishment will be different thing. But as I say, quiet being says it, the BIA Sati League way. Me see GFA, Ekahuna, turn over for a relegation. Who shut near see ya? Or more punishing, turn over for or my you or more from home. Or Mundinamwa. On one copy relegation, the same thing. Happy. Kotokoni way. Dr. Cheos away. Team ya. Mukobo ya. Mututu ya. See. Mutuasi kaya. Ya can want someone say. Sana ignorant. It is let's say. Ma ya koya who say. A common the woman ya koya diania by THSU mamia. Over fine so say on ho. Yes, Ken. Why be ya bonny dear as a yes, here and bonny debut. But or say yama, Nidino, yes, I'm at once abo. Yes, then on
Jay. So didn't be afraid.
In a way, the Ekasa Tabora Lodge.
Idiot you.
Yamisha and Chia opening out to studio. I'm saying, Agana one with this, I'm saying, only one pitch and ball for Swagin also. He said, no, better come on. Who shares I pitch, she has said, and then in Naka. Ya idea na nka ye bo abo ni na be kinishi ba ko so won ka be bia na bo na ye di shaska we na ko gulu na and then na I say nechi your friends sports minister interview na some boy now see omwa o tell some do mo kaka each ana say nechi bisa
yeah
so she aka each and so
28
aka 28 o check back 28 am for more private businesses now I this car for almost 3-4 months which you are which mean that just got 28 she got saying and a year program in all African games now your budget now is saying because you until random And I bring out what figure.
Yeah, book figure on my breakdown.
Yo, when now that you want to go back, Nancy room, but to Nancy was a risk. What you do Bruna Mabo. The cable night that is a partner. If you put your
Mama Albert about her by Friday, one day I heard who my wife. So didn't have free.
Or he been a
lawyer with him.
It's your own way to him.
Papa,
many Mira who has a fuku. Or been a Mira who power has a book idea to
Jenna, there are Honaba.
Jama Mira who pans or Ibina. Who sent me a movie and Yama has a book here firm. Now, and let's see, radio Hunatia, let's see, young apostle was fine. We say, some of us are fine player. We swap from us and player. We the back as a book, as a book, Kasa, as a book, no more Kasa, as a book, exclusive. Hey, or in Bena, yes, as a book for 24. Check it now, you have a made pretty, a board move for Kotokuri, our koi, on one thing that is a gun and was signed by ha. Ebe say have this year as a plan boy. As I say go, yet one I got to go for some by the oh, we need them phone air yet. We need the different committees. She can't be a more women song. Said, what is the player we have on number one or in Morrison? Any funny interest at so many hours of book or much less than one or it's the same thing for which the last match a boy, you need the boy. Or you mean how supported Bia pressure also? How supported Bia taking the pressure and also? It's moving about your flag was having you.
Well, ready, Missumau. Why? Yeah, Missumau, Papa. When you say Happy FM, your factory who say you bought Ghana Blood Bank, ama a year. Debiano or moon shot muja, said the baby to me at Jimqua. A few years no, basso, I be pahon to my. Enchakra, ye pahon to my papa. 2nd August, and a year pahon to my 11 a.m. Ye nay partners, a downwell insurance was Jumediano, they be a Happy FM downwell insurance blood donation. Ye nay 37 military hospitals, no, a did Jumedi kama pa, and I had the blood bank of Ghana. And today, Jumeko 9, a Happy FM downwell insurance, 37 military hospital. Na a blood bank so no yakabumwa yedi dwumadie no bremo ntimi srewo a 2nd August 11 am na yedi dwumadie no ba abrantie bi pedan me srewa so pe chairman ho self contained and a single room self contained what the man a wonya bi a obepepa wo bi ewo adabraka North Carnation and Dansuman Matayeko Alajo Caprice yakra new town komemle osu Mamobi, salam down. Uyana Dumwa, a friend is ya, Obedawasipa 0242 120013 0242 120013. Yempe agent Bia, Mr. Any agent Bia ni Yasimbia. Fred, but maybe you be me. Oh, a year, but you know.
That's good. I'll
be there.
You're welcome. It's over.
Yeah.
Call about who Ebisa, I think from who.
Say who na the episode will be fan.
Yeah, sir. Oh, a player now. Episode Bobia. You just contact your own fan for us to now contact.
What's a team?
For now, no. You person season where we are. Yeah, gradually. We are called to the regions. Kumasi, you bear championship or Cape Coast, you bear championship or for this year before the year's end. Until maybe who and the rest next year will come later. Until taking a gradual.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you first when I pay happy Edamasipa. I mean, sure we are.
Ye bedidi na meche angel cola. Me bread do. Obi fa angel cola drink. Na ni yonku eyi angel orange. Ana angel